Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another training vlog. As you might be able to hear or not hear, I'm just coming out of a little bit of a flu, so I did a rest day yesterday and the day before yesterday, so 2 rest days in a row. And that means we are going to take it easy maybe a little bit today. And what I also especially want to do, because I don't want to relapse, I want to pre-cook my post-workout meal so that I can instantly get my carbs in once the session is done, to prevent my immune system from dropping down, and let the flu kind of flare up a bit, So yeah, we're gonna take it easy. We're gonna pre-cook our post-workout meal, and I'm still due for breakfast actually. So I think I'll start today's episode with look at this color, amazing. And what I wanted to show you as well are my sprouting containers. As you can see here, we've got some legumes in water here. Here we have lentils, and as you can see, they are already growing. And I think they are actually ready for cooking tonight, I would say. So we're gonna get some easily accessible protein here with a bit of rice and veggies, I guess. And what we have here is actually the true awesomeness, because these are Styrian kefir beans, which is an Austrian specialty. I think I showed you this in another Efficient Cuisine already. I don't know which one it was, but these beans, if you soak them overnight and maybe you even let them sprout a little bit and then add them to some kind of curry or potato stuff or rice, man, it's amazing. It tastes so good. And sprouting makes the protein a lot more available in legumes. So it's a special tip here from me. If you want to get some protein, some plant-based protein out of legumes, sprout them and add them to your stuff. So here comes another protein related tip of this very special Efficient Cuisine episode, I have to say. Recently I got the possibility to get outdoors and collect some stinging nettles, and here you've got the tips of maybe, I don't know, 30 stinging nettle plants or something. And I'm gonna steam that up together with some celery so that the subsequent blending action has something to grab on, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna throw this celery here, I'm gonna chop it up into quarters, into cubes actually, and I'm throwing it together with the stinging nettles into the pot, steam them. Then everything goes into the blender, including the steaming water. And what we get is a super nice stinging nettle puree, full of minerals, full of protein. Actually these stinging nettles were already pretty grown up, so they already had some seeds on them, which means that there is even more healthy fats and protein in this. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Normally I would do this with potatoes, by the way, which works actually a little bit better, but I don't have potatoes at home at the moment. Oh man, look at this color, green. Celery, a little bit of steaming water. Actually, we are going to need a little bit more water for this, because a lot of the water has evaporated. So let me just show you a little test sample of this. Oh yes, super dense green sauce, full of minerals, protein, all the good stuff. Let's try this out. Oh my god, amazing. The rice is finished as well, perfectly cooked as you can see. Got our sauce. Let's prepare that post-workout meal. So we want to fill that in. So as you can see, we stuffed it up properly here. So there we have our carbs, our protein. During the workout, post-workout, both goes into my backpack. Let's finally hit the gym. Welcome back to the climbing gym, my friends. As you can see, I'm just doing my warm-up and my leg stretch here. I fell in love again with these really long and, complete warm-ups. I invest at least 20 minutes per session into a really nice warm-up. I'm doing some push-ups, pull-ups, throwing some weights around. As you saw, I do a really in-depth leg stretching, because as you guys know, I'm a really big fan of stretched legs before you start actually to climb, because it's gonna improve your footwork dramatically. And also these brachiating boulders, it's a lot of fun to warm up like that. You don't have any pain in your toes and stuff like that. So after my brachiating, I started to kind of repeat my older projects, as I always like to do in my progressive sessions, so to say. And I was really happy because the two boulders, which were projects just 2 weeks ago, went down in the first try this session. So that's the amazing thing about writing down your boulders, making some sketches, because then you can repeat them and you can really nicely measure your progress. And that's of course really motivating as well, when you remember still the struggle from 2 weeks ago, where I could only manage to climb one of these boulders in one session and the other one had to wait for the next one actually. And in this session they both went down on the first try. So yeah, that's amazing. Now I want to show you a project that I've been looking forward to try for a long time actually. It starts on two really low, kind of really small holds. These two holds, as you can see. And then we've got this edge here and a big reach to the left to this undercling wobble of this big green hold here. Then a really small kind of edge again. Another edge here, the big black one. And then we got a small black edge and this sloper here, and then we've got this pinch, black pinch, the red moon again, and the big 3-finger pocket, the gray one, as top. And I can tell you right away that it's gonna be pretty hard for you to find out the beta for this one, because you have to step all Spach's footholds. That's at least how they are called in German. If you know how they are called in English, please post it down below. Would be really interesting for me. And these holes do not necessarily have to be super small, but as you can see, they all have these small Spach's screws. So that's how you can identify them. So the first thing I did was I grabbed a few of these really small holes, especially of the beginning of the boulder, because I wanted my fingers to get used to this kind of, to these small holes, really small holes, as you guys know, I don't want to full crimp them. So, and I think that's a pretty nice strategy actually. Also, if you want to flash a problem, you just you should do what is allowed. Staying on the ground and just grabbing the holes, getting those fingers into the hole shapes to really be able to give your 100%. And so I tried it from the ground, first try basically, and because my fingers were already so used to these kind of to the shapes of these holes, I was able to climb through the first crux of the problem right away in the first attempt, which I was really happy about actually, because I didn't expect it. So yeah, here you can get a bit of an impression of what it is like to climb with those Spach's footholds. You have to use your feet a lot, and you have to really get those small footholds into your head. You have to search a lot for the ideal footholds for every move. And so it can take a while to kind of get this boulder perfectly, get the perfect beta for this certain problem, And these boulders are also really hard to flash. And at the same time, I think they are a bit more educational, or I don't know how to say it, a little bit better if you want to climb outdoors a lot. Because outdoors you have the same situation, you have not only your hand holds for stepping, but also a lot of tiny little structures which are there as well, which you can utilize if you have the appropriate stepping technique. And this is something that you can learn actually by stepping small, really small footholds. So as you can see, I just did the upper crux of the body, which is an insane crossover move. So I figured, why not give it a go from the bottom? And as you can see, the beginning part actually felt already like cruising. It was not very hard anymore. Right hand small black edge, then left hand big red sloper, Then right hand black pinch, not really good actually, and here you have to do an insane backstep, as you can see, between these two sparks footholds, and I wasn't able to do it from the ground, so figured I'd carve it up a little bit with my smoothie and give it another shot like 5 minutes later or so. And again, this time I slipped from the big red sloper actually, yeah, because it was getting really humid actually in the climbing gym, because it started to rain outside. And if it starts to rain outside, funnily, the moisture kind of creeps into the gym and you start slipping around on those holes. So I turned on the ventilation and gave it another shot. And as you can see, I think in this attempt I managed to get to the upper crux again. But I think I still fell down. And yeah, as you can see, the feet movements getting more into my brain with every attempt. Yeah, here I managed to grab the red moon. I also want to match it, but because I lose my feet, I just wasn't able to hold it. And so I figured I have to get a better beta for this upper crux. But in the end, I think I couldn't find any. So I tried first to kind of find the right foothold for after losing my feet, you know, when I swing back to the wall, and I found it. And the next thing I tried was I wanted to keep my feet on the wall actually, but I don't know, when I'm coming out of this crossover move, it pulls my left foot first away from the wall and then my right foot subsequently, so I couldn't find a better beta for this upper crux actually. So I waited another 5 minutes, gave it another shot, and as you can imagine, I was already pretty tired after so many tries, so I fell off again and carving it up. So this one will have to wait for the next session. By the way, it's an amazing problem, I think. I didn't invent it myself, someone showed it to me. Big kudos, because you have to use your feet a lot and really small holds at the beginning. And that's also a reason why I waited a little bit with trying it, you know. Because I'm just 2 weeks in now into regular training again, and my fingers are not really used, although of course everything is healed properly now, all the tendons and joints and stuff, but my fingers are not used still to very, very small holds. So you have to take it easy here a little bit, because then you do 2 to 3 hard moves on just 2 small holds, and then you all of a sudden can feel a pulley again or something like that, and that's of course something I want to prevent. So yeah, I hit the campus board for a few moves, not much, like half an hour or so, after this 1.5 hour bouldering session, and that was already it for this session, I think. So next time we're gonna hit some color boulders, trying some flashes maybe, because I want to know where I stand again. These color boulders are roughly graded, so we can find that out here. So yeah, time to dig into the post-workout meal. Alright guys, oh, look what we've got here. Oh yes man, that's what I've been waiting for during this whole session. Good God, look at that. Holy shit. Good session, nice new project. Dynamic gains are coming back slowly. And I can't wait for the next session actually. I would say keep up the training, keep up the proton gains. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.